Welcome, my dear students in Prep 2. Let's continue factorization. In this session, in part 4, we will factorize the difference between two squares. We studied before in Prep 1 that the difference between two squares, a power 2 minus b power 2 equals a plus b times a minus b. So, to factorize the difference between two squares of two quantities, it will be the summation of the two quantities times the difference between the two quantities. So I will take the root of the first and the second and add them in the first time and multiply it by the difference between them. So again, the difference between two squares of two quantities is the summation of the two quantities times the difference of the two quantities. Let's solve some exercises. At first, we must be sure that we have a difference between two squares. The first one, for example, here, the first term is 49x power 4. We said before, if the power of the symbol is even number, then this is a perfect square. What about 49? 49 also is a perfect square because root 49 or the square root of 49 is 7. 1, we know that 1 is a perfect square. So I multiply the difference times the summation. I take the root, so it will be 7x power 2 minus 1 times 7x power 2 plus 1. Okay. The next one, let's check. The first term is a perfect square, a power 2. 1 over 9 is a perfect square because 9 is a perfect square. And here also 1 over 4 is a perfect square because 4 is a perfect square. So we have 1 over 3a plus 1 over 2 times 1 over 3a minus 1 over 2. So I'll take the root for both sides and add them, then subtract them. The last one here, this is I can see that this term is not a perfect square or the same, but you should take at first the highest common factor. Don't forget, we said arrange, then take the highest common factor. Here we have a highest common factor, which is 2. So I'll take 2 as a highest common factor. It will be 2 times x power 2 minus 1. Now we have a perfect square. X power 2 is a perfect square and 1 is a perfect square. So I'll take the root x and 1. Then I'll write the summation times the subtraction. So x minus 1 times x plus 1. And don't forget, write the highest common factor of 2 here. Here, for example, we have x power 2 minus 16. It's also a perfect square. This is the difference between two perfect squares. So I'll take the root. So x minus 4 times x plus 4. The next one, here we have a common factor also. We can take 2 as a common factor between the two terms. So we will have here 2 times 9 x power 2 because 18 divided 2 is 9 minus 50 divided 2 is 25, so minus 25 y power 2. Here we have, yes, a difference between two squares, so summation times difference. I'll take the roots. It will be 2 times 3x, this is the root of 9x power 2, minus 5y, this is the root of 25y power 2. Multiply the two brackets, then don't forget 2, which is the highest common factor. Number 3, here what do we have? Here also we have a common factor. Okay, we have a common factor here. Between the two terms, we have two terms. This is the first term, 16x power 2. This is the first term, times x plus y. This is the first term. The second term, we have y power 2 times x plus y. Okay, we can notice that we have here a common factor. What is the common factor? This brackets, x plus y. So I'll take it as a common factor and divide by this common factor here and here. I'll divide the two terms by x plus y. So I'll divide here x plus y, and also here I'll divide by x plus y. Okay, so I write the remainder. So what is the common factor? X plus y is the common factor. I write x plus y. Then look at the first term, 16x power 2. Here x plus y divided by x plus y is 1. Then minus, so I have here 16x power 2 only. Okay, 16x plus, 16x power 2. And here the second term, x plus y also will be divided by x plus y equals 1. So 1 y power 2, which is y power 2. So now I have x plus y times 16x power 2 minus y power 2. This part or this bracket is a difference between two squares. So I can use the rule to get 4x plus y times 4x minus y. Okay, so this is x plus y. This is the common factor. Don't forget to write it. And here I'll take the root of 16x power 2, 4x, 4y power 2, y. Then here summation and here subtraction. Okay. Here I want to use the factorization to get the value of some numbers. Let's start. Here we have 75 minus 25. 75 power 2 minus 25 power 2 is the difference between two squares. Why two squares? Because here you have power 2. So 75 power 2 is a perfect square. 25 power 2 is a perfect square. So here I have a difference between two squares. I'll use the rule, the summation times the difference. So I'll take the root, then summation times difference. So 75 minus 25 times 75 plus 25. Now it's very easy. 75 minus 25 is 50. So I have 50 times 75 plus 25 is 100. So I have 50 times 100, which is 5,000 without using your calculator. It's very easy. Here we have 31 times 29. Okay, 31 times 29 here. We can write 31 as 30 plus 1. Okay, 30 plus 1. This is 31. 31 equals 30 plus 1. What about 29? The same numbers, but with subtraction. So 30 90 29 is 30 minus 1. Okay, so this is the difference between the two quantities times the summation between the two quantities. Here we have 30 minus 1. So I can write this as 30 plus 1 times 30 minus 1, which is 30 plus 1 times 30 minus 1. It means, yes, it means the difference between 30 power 2 minus 1 power 2. So it will be 30 power 2 minus 1 power 2. This is the same rule but the inverse. Okay, 30 power 2 is 900. 1 power 2 is 1. So 899. Okay, so we can use the difference between two squares to facilitate the calculation of some numbers. Okay, that's all about our session today. We still have more factorization. Part 5 will be about factorizing the summation and difference between two cubes. I hope you have understand our session today. I want you to solve more exercises. I hope this is very easy. It's very easy, but you need to practice. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.